Apple shares are jumping in after-hours trading after topping Wall Street expectations for the second quarter, including China sales. Here with more on the key themes from the tech giant's latest results, Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley. Dan, looks like they beat those kind of lowered expectations, I guess.
Yeah. It's. I think the takeaway is it could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. There are some things worth pointing out here. iPhone revenue was down 10% year over year. Greater China revenue, that was down 8%. Year over year. There were some highlights though. Services revenue hit $23.87 billion. They said that's an all-time record, up from $20.91 billion. It also beat expectations of $23.28 billion. And Mac also did better than anticipated, $7.45 billion versus $6.79 billion. But iPad was off expectations, and wearables were off expectations, which is interesting. That includes the Apple Watch, the AirPods, and the Vision Pro. So interesting to see there. I think obviously some of the reaction from Wall Street has to do with the increased dividend to 25 cents per share and the authorization of $110 billion for share repurchases. But overall, I think the takeaway is, look, yes, iPhone sales were down. That's the most important thing that we talk about. But again, could have been worse. And now it seems as though they're trying to look forward and kind of move past this at this point.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. CFO Luca Maestri, Dan talked to Yahoo Finance, and I thought some of just looking ahead now, we don't get those kind of detailed guidance in terms of hard numbers, but he gives color and commentary. And what he was telling us just about sales, looking ahead, growing low single digits, he said, which at least the numbers I was seeing, that's basically in line with what the street was looking for. The street was looking for June quarter up like 1.5%. And then AI, we talked so much, Dan, about how much of a focus that is. I did push Luca Maestri on that, and he was willing to say, at least, we're making significant investments in Gen AI. Whether we get more color on the call, we'll see. But sort of interesting as we now just kind of lead up to the next big event, which is the software show. I
think that's going to be one of the main things. That's where all the analysts are looking is, and maybe we were talking earlier about whether this is actually going to be something that drives sales. We'll see, but I think for Wall Street, it's more of, are they adding it? It's not even at this point, is it going to do anything? It's just,
or do people actually want it?
Right, exactly. It's, well, did they say it? Did you say that you have it in your device? Because if you didn't, well then, I don't know what to tell you. We're not interested. Right. But the minute they probably come out and say, and they probably won't even say generative AI, right? They don't like to name the technologies themselves.
And it could be, Dan, they could, Cook could take the stage and say, introduce AI features and tools, and maybe it actually doesn't spur the big cycle in 25. Maybe it just, like so much else Apple does, people do seem to want it, but maybe it's a 2026 thing.
Yeah, look, I think the thing to look at is the Apple Watch originally poo-pooed. Yeah. It's everywhere now. AirPods originally poo-pooed. They're everywhere now. Yeah. Maybe I'm not saying Gen AI will be poo-pooed on the iPhone, but if there is a muted reaction to it, it could still see that big explosion.
Right, the longer cycle. All right, thanks so much, Dan. Appreciate it.